Welcome to Embrace Your Inner Boldness, the podcast dedicated to empowering you to live confidently, embracing all parts of who you truly are. I'm Melissa Henning-Frank, and I'm the founder, success coach, and consultant of Becoming Bold, LLC, and you can count on me to be your guide on this incredible journey of self-discovery and transformation. Let's get right to it. Welcome back to another enlightening episode of Embrace Your Inner Boldness. Today, I am completely geeking out because we're diving right into a topic that has had truly a profound impact on my personal and professional life, and that's building self-awareness through the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI. So whether you're new to MBTI and you're curious about it, or you know about it and you're looking to deepen your understanding of it, this episode is going to provide you with insights into why this assessment is an incredibly helpful tool for self-awareness and growth. So if one of your goals is to move past your limiting beliefs about yourself and build confidence, you don't want to skip over this one. I'll share my own experiences both as having taken the assessment as a coachee and being a certified MBTI practitioner coaching others. I'll talk about how the personal impact report can especially illuminate all of your blind spots and enhance your life. We'll start with a brief introduction to MBTI. MBTI is a personality assessment based on the work of Carl Jung and further developed by Isabel Briggs Myers and Catherine Cook Briggs. It identifies 16 different personality types based on preferences in 4 key areas. You have extraversion and introversion, and that's how you gain energy and what you need to recharge. You have sensing and intuition, and this is how you take in and how you process information. Then you have thinking and feeling, and this is really how you make decisions. And then judging and perceiving, that's how you organize your external world. You take an assessment basically online, and it can take anywhere between, I would say, 20 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on how much you're thinking about your answers. And I would highly recommend that you don't overthink your answers. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But ultimately, you get a 4-letter type that comes out, and that is your Myers-Briggs type. Let me share a little bit about my journey with MBTI. When I first took the assessment, I didn't have a full understanding of the importance of being in the proper mindset. I selected answers based on basically how I behave and how I am, not necessarily how I prefer to be. So my type report came out and it was close to describing me, but there were quite a few parts that didn't quite seem like me. So I began my MBTI path with quite a bit of doubt about its validity. I took the assessment again a few years later, this time with an understanding of proper mindset for taking it. And that meant a mindset of roles and responsibilities removed, feet up, relaxed, selecting answers that reflected my preferences based on who I am at my core, not who I am at work, not how I think others see me, not how I want to be, but truly asking myself, what is it I actually prefer? What would I choose if I didn't have any other roles or responsibilities or care about what people think about me? And that's how you should be answering the questions on the assessment. And not a whole lot of people are completely aware of that. So I always like to make sure I share that before people take the assessment. So once I got my new report, I was completely intrigued by how accurately it described my preferences and my true strengths and my true opportunities for growth. So learning about my type gave me a sense of validation and helped me understand why I approach certain situations the way I do, why I click with certain people more than others. I really felt validated, seen, and I was excited to see how the future would unfold now that I understood myself a little bit better. I gained clarity on how my strengths could be leveraged to help me build my self-confidence, and I also gained insight on things about myself I may not be aware of that were actually holding me back. My type report also gave me concrete action items to support my development. It basically did the goal setting work for me, and then it was up to me to work on achieving those goals. Here's a couple of actual examples I learned about myself. As an ENTP, so that's extraversion, intuition, thinking, and perceiving, my extraversion is actually close to the introversion line. And I realize that even though I do get my energy from being around others, it's actually really situational. So in some environments, my energy is drained faster than others. So I'm mindful of when that happens, and I make sure I'm managing my energy accordingly. Also, my preference for intuition and thinking means I often focus on future possibilities and abstract ideas, and that explains a lot about why I enjoy brainstorming sessions and I thrive doing creative projects. And then my perceiving preference explains why I typically wait to start working on something, because I do my best work under pressure. Some might call that procrastination, especially if you have a judging preference. But the thing is, I don't have a problem meeting or exceeding deadlines. It's just that I can't seem to start something until the pressure's on with a close deadline. So these examples are really just a drop in the bucket of what I learned about myself with the MBTI Personal Impact Report. So let's talk about that report next. One of the most valuable aspects of MBTI, and my favorite to use with coaching clients, is the Personal Impact Report. This is a very detailed report that delves deeper into your personality type, offering deep insights on how you are at work, how you communicate, how you are as a member of a team, how you make decisions, your leadership style, how you tend to deal with conflict, how you handle stress, and your approach to change. It highlights your strengths and identifies potential blind spots that are probably holding you back. That sounds like a ton of information, and it truly is. It's a really big report. But if I had to summarize the primary benefits from being coached with this report, I'd say it's about 3 things: self-awareness, professional growth, and enhanced personal relationships. So let's talk about those 3 things. The self-awareness aspect of this. The Personal Impact Report fosters greater self-awareness by providing specific examples of how your preferences manifest in everyday life and various situations. And this self-awareness is really crucial for your personal growth, as it allows you to leverage your strengths and work on areas that need improvement. Next, we have professional growth. So in a professional setting, understanding your MBTI type can improve your communication and collaboration skills. For instance, if you're aware that you have a preference for thinking over feeling, you can make a conscious effort to consider the emotional impact of your decisions on your team. And then personal relationships. The MBTI offers valuable insights into your personal relationships. By understanding your type and the types of those close to you, you can improve your interactions, you can better resolve conflicts, and you end up building stronger connections. One of the most powerful benefits of the MBTI is its ability to identify your blind spots. So these are things that are holding you back that you are not aware of. And they're also areas where your natural preferences and ways of being will likely lead to challenges or misunderstandings. So for example, as an ENTP, I learned that my preferences may show up as me getting overly enthusiastic about new projects. And that means I might take on too many tasks and then feel really overwhelmed and then stuck because there's too much on my plate. So recognizing this blind spot has helped me develop strategies to make sure I can adapt and be more open to pausing before committing and making sure I have the bandwidth to successfully do the work that I'm saying yes to. The practical tips that you get on an MBTI report is really important for addressing blind spots. So whether it's developing active listening skills, being more open to feedback, or practicing empathy, these strategies can lead to meaningful improvements in both your personal and professional life. So why should you consider taking the MBTI assessment? I recommend this assessment to anyone who has any kind of curiosity. If you are interested in personality types, in psychology, in human behavior, this is definitely the assessment for you. Of course, you're going to get enhanced self-awareness. And what that means is you'll gain a deeper understanding of your personality, strengths, and areas of growth, as I touched on before. And when you do that, it can really help you understand why you do or say or act the way you do, how the people around you are impacted both positively and negatively by your personality and your tendencies, and what you can do to reduce the negative aspects. And it also helps improve your communication. People communicate differently, and it's absolutely something that you will learn when you understand your MBTI and understand how other people might communicate differently from you. So if you've ever struggled to speak to or understand someone else, it's possible that their style is opposite of yours. So for example, I prefer that someone begins with the big picture goal or idea before they start to talk to me about details. I don't want the details first. In fact, I cannot truly focus on what you're saying until I understand where you're going with it. Many people are the opposite of that, and they need the details before they can take in or process the big picture. So it's important to know this and adapt your communication style if you want to avoid frustration in communicating, and especially if you're working on a team. You can also make better decisions. And with the personal impact report, you can use your insights to make more informed and balanced decisions. So your type can open up your eyes to how you naturally define problems, how you consider possibilities, and your ability to weigh consequences of your choices, and your ability to consider alternatives. Another outcome that can happen as a result of the personal impact report and some coaching is building stronger relationships. Your relationships will become more meaningful and harmonious because you will understand more about yourself, and you'll understand more about different personality types, and you'll also gain more of a respect for those differences. So think about any arguments you have. More likely than not, they're caused by misunderstandings or even mismatches in the way you manage your energy, or how you communicate, or how you make decisions, and how you perceive the world. So increasing your understanding of how and who you are, as well as how and who others are, it allows you to navigate all of your relationships and all of your interactions with a lot more awareness and emotional intelligence. And again, there's such personal and professional growth that can be gained. You can leverage your self-awareness to set and achieve goals that align with your true self, who you truly are. And the personal impact report does this work for you. It'll give you loads of ideas for things that you can do for your growth. And then my job as a coach is to guide you to resources that can help you accomplish your goals, as well as hold you accountable to do what you say you're going to do. The other really cool thing about the MBTI is the variety of options available based on your current budget. There's something for everyone, and many times your employer will even chip in to help sponsor your development, which could mean zero out of pocket for you. So to reiterate, understanding your MBTI type can be a deeply transformative experience. It's helped me, and it's helped so many other people. It's especially helpful for identifying why you tend to experience the same problems or issues over and over again, why you tend to clash with certain people and click with others, and for increasing your understanding of yourself and others. It equips you with the knowledge and the tools to navigate your personal and professional life with greater confidence and clarity. Understanding yourself is such a good tool for increasing your confidence and removing self-doubt. So if you're ready to move forward on this path of self-discovery, let's talk about it. I offer free 30-minute consultations if you want to talk through what you're hoping to accomplish, and I can explain options that are available to you. Until next time, please remember to be kind to your mind. Thanks so much for joining me on this episode of Embrace Your Inner Boldness. I hope you found inspiration and actionable tips to help you live more confidently. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on the latest insights and empowering stories. Please take a moment to also leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us reach more listeners and be able to continue bringing you more content that uplifts and motivates. Empowering yourself and/or your team starts with embracing your inner boldness. When we stop playing small, we open the door to limitless potential. Remember, the only limit to your greatness is the one you set for yourself. Stay bold, stay fearless, and let's make this journey unforgettable.